Alright guys, how's it going? So, you guys are watching this video, you guys know the title. My car is not working. So basically, I was driving the whole entire day from place to place, shopping, just hanging out or whatever. Went to get a soda at Walgreens. Got back in my car, and this car is now not cranking at all. Good thing though, it turns on. It turns on. You guys can see all the lights on the dash are working. There's no issues there. I was thinking maybe I popped the fuse or whatever, because I had like a couple of things. Have a phone, a camera charging up on my USB ports, and I think I was popped the fuse, but everything else seems to be working. The lights on the dash are working. The radio works. The blower motor works. I was thinking maybe it's the battery. Maybe the battery is bad, but I changed the battery about a year ago, and the battery that I changed out was a good battery. It was still a good battery, but I thought I'd change it out anyway. And it's been a year. I've had maybe this is not an issue that came out of the blue. There was a couple of times during the last couple of months where I was trying to start my car, and it wouldn't crank up, and I'd had to do it a couple of times. Try to start up a couple of times before it actually cranked over. It's kind of like the same situation, but it did crank up. So not a new situation, but at this time I try to start up like at least 15 times, and nothing at this point. And I'm kind of worried that I'm gonna be stuck here needing a tow. I have AAA, but it's going to take me an hour for AAA to stop by and tow my car, which I don't want to happen, because I was hoping to do a couple more things today, and this is going to put it's gonna be a crappy situation if I wait a couple hours and then gonna get the car fixed. I won't have use of this car if that's the case for maybe a day or two. So basically, I turn it on, I hear a click. Every time I turn it on, I hear a click, I hear a click, I hear a click, and this car is not cranking. The starter motor doesn't seem like it's cranking over at all. So just to troubleshoot this, now I'm pretty sure it's not the alternator. I'm sure it's not the alternator at all, because normally the alternator will go out on you if your car was on, if your engine was on and your car died, and then you try to start up, and you either get like a really soft crank or it won't crank up at all, and the car. But however, if you put cables to it, it will start up, but as soon as you take the cables off, the car will die out. So that's when you know it's the alternator. Now, I did have somebody try to jump this about 20 minutes ago, and did not start up, did not crank over, did nothing happen. Didn't crank over. It kind of sucks. So at that point, I was kind of, I kind of know that all my suspicions pretty much is going towards the starter that's causing it not to start up. So basically, I can rule out the alternator. As far as the battery is concerned, it's not the battery, because I did put cables to it. I did, I'm pretty sure it wasn't the battery to begin with, because I was looking at the headlights. The headlights work. I turned on the headlights work. I put cables to it, and it didn't start up. It was the battery. If I put cables to it, it would have started up, and I would have gone a new battery. But it's not the battery. Unfortunately, it's not a battery that's the problem. So it could be a fuse It could be a relay. But here's the thing. Here's a story about the starter I got for this car. I got this starter. It's a rebuilt starter. I changed the starter out like about a year ago. I changed it out, and I switched it out. I changed it out. It's a rebuilt starter. I got it from AutoZone. I'm not really a big fan of getting rebuilt starters, but rebuilt stuff, rebuilt alternators, rebuilt starters, because you guys don't know about that. What they do is they switch out the part. They, when you give them, the old starter or whatever, and get your money, to get like a certain percentage of your money back, $40 or whatever at AutoZone, they actually rebuild the starter. But when they rebuild the starter, they rebuild like part of the starter, the part that's broken. They reuse all the stuff that's there. I don't know how that process works, but that's what I've heard. And a lot of times, you get, a starter with, whatever mileage that was turned in. A lot of times it's 150, 200,000 miles on it, and one part is brand new. The rest of it is a 200,000 mile starter for the rest of the starter that you have, which kind of sucks. It defeats the purpose, but that's what they do. And I didn't get a brand new starter because obviously the brand new starter was like $300. The rebuilt one was like $140. Like the brand new one was twice the price. And at the time, I really didn't have enough time to order one from eBay. And if I were to order one from eBay, I would order like an OEM used starter. But at this point, I'm probably just gonna have to take the starter out and bring it to AutoZone, because it's warranted for at least a year, I think. Bring back the starter and put it in my car. Kind of sucks in this situation. Now, going back, I don't think it's the relay or the fuse. Reason being is that I've had issues with the fuse going out before, and normally the car will still crank up if the fuse went out. This car is not cranking at all, and I don't think it's a relay. I did go out, swap out the relay, the starter relay, but I don't think it was the relay, because I did hear some click. I did hear a click with the solenoid, and that click is a solenoid firing off. It's just the motor that's not running. Normally when you hear that click, it means that there's electricity at least going to the solenoid, to the motor itself, to the starter itself, but the motor's just not running. So that's the situation with that. I mean, I could try. I mean, I have a crowbar, and I haven't bumped the starter yet. I mean, there's ways for me to test out the starter. I could run a line to the starter and, connect the positive to the solenoid, I think, and that should just, if it's dead, that. But I'm not gonna do that because I'm just not gonna do that at this point. I'm assuming it's the starter that's dead, but I might just take a crowbar and just bump it a couple of times, see if the car actually starts up. See if the car actually starts up. But unfortunately, that only happens. That only works. It works rarely, because normally when your starter is dead like this and you're trying to start it, like that situation before, every once in a while I had issues with my starting, with the car starting, cranking up. That's pretty much the starter going out, I think, and probably should have looked into it at those points, but I didn't. And there's a reason why I didn't, because I changed the starter out like a year ago. It shouldn't be going out on me this early, but unfortunately, that's the situation. I'm gonna keep you guys updated. Hey guys, what's up? So it was the starter. I did try to bump it. It really didn't do anything at all. Didn't do anything, unfortunately. The starter was completely dead. I took it out, went to AutoZone, got the warranty. It's warranted, so I got another rebuilt one. Unfortunately, I don't have I don't have the luxury of waiting like a week for me to get a starter from eBay. I'd rather get an OEM starter from eBay and pop it in. unfortunately that's not the case, and it really sucks. It sucked, actually. It really sucked, because I had to spend some time putting it in. And that problem yesterday, it kind of killed off my whole entire day. Actually, killed off a couple hours for me to wait for the tow truck to get to me. I had AAA, but that, still had to wait an hour, and then killed off the whole entire day as me doing stuff, and it just sucks. But it was the starter, and that's that, guys. If you guys have any comments on this, please leave your comments in the comments section. Please give me a thumbs up and a thumbs down, either way. If you guys found this helpful or not, and you guys want to leave a comment, and please subscribe, guys. All right, take care.